on. Okay, hello student, my name is okay, sorry. So hello student, my name is William. Okay, and today's video is called What does the Bible say about cryptozoology? Now for cryptozoology, well, there's different ways you can say that, but there's the Bible that talks about that. Because, first of all, we have the word unicorn in the Bible. Now, people don't think of unicorn as something, and I'm trying to show you something. Yeah, I'll show you that later. Got a lot of animals over here, so. Okay, when people think of unicorn, they think about a horse with a horn. But this is not what kind of unicorn the Bible is talking about. I think a unicorn just means any kind of animal with only one horn. You see, the narwhal's horn is called a tusk, and yeah, here's a picture of rhinoceros with only one horn. Okay, and to me, I believe that is probably what the Bible refers as a unicorn, a one-horned rhinoceros. Now, this might be a rhinoceros with two horns, but yeah, but yeah. So what do you call it? What do you call a rhinoceros with two horns then in the Bible? Well, that's a good question. I believe, well, the Bible does not have that, but I think with rhinoceros with two horns, it would probably be called a bicorn because it has two horns instead of one. Now, what about what about the Triceratops? I think the Triceratops has three horns. Yeah, it has three horns because we can call that a tricorn. Well, the word unicorn in the Bible, it just means any kind of animal with only one horn. I think bicorn would be 2, and I think tricorn would be 3. So that's what I mean by unicorn. Okay, that's what the Bible means by unicorn. No. Now I want to show you something else. Okay. What about the behemoth? Now, some people think that the behemoth is the hippopotamus or an elephant, but that's not really true because you see right here in my book. You only have, I know, the elephant's tail and a hippo tail are not as a cedar tree. I'll tell you where that fits that. It will fit into a dinosaur. Here's a picture of a Apatosaurus. So to me, I believe a behemoth is probably a large sauropod dinosaur, like a Diplodocus, a Apatosaurus, or a Brachiosaurus. Now about the Leviathan. Well, I'll get to the Leviathan right now. That's good to know. Let's get on to Leviathan because well, Leviathan's probably some kind of sea dragon. And it could be a Plesiosaurus, a Spinosaurus, or some kind of water, some kind of sea dragon. Or that lives in the water. That lives in the water. I don't know. It could be one of those things. But that's probably or the Leviathan could be this monster right here. I don't know. So you got unicorns. We got Behemoth, Leviathan. Okay, what about Satyr? Because if I would also talk about Satyr, satyrs, I don't know. I think people would think of Saturn as a half human, half goat. But that's another thing that the Bible does talk about anyway, a Satyr. Okay? Yeah. Now, what about next one? Because I know some people think I'm forgetting only one thing. Well, now I'm maybe thinking that I'm forgetting, no, I'm still going to say I'm forgetting, Nephilim. But first of all, I want to point it out, okay? Well, first of all, the word Nephilim is nowhere is not found anywhere in the KJV. You know, it's not found in the word Nephilim is not found anywhere in the King James Bible. Okay, the word Nephilim is only found in the modern perversions. So why do you think I'm forgetting about Nephilim first of all? And you know, I think what and you ask, and what asked me what is my view about Nephilim? Well, I don't know. I think a Nephilim is probably just a Hebrew word for giant. I think that's what Nephilim is. I think a Hebrew word for giant. Okay, I think that's what a Nephilim is. But that word is nowhere found anywhere in the KJV, King James Bible. So I know people are getting Nephilim from the modern perversions, but I believe it's just a Hebrew word for giant. But I don't see this word. I don't see the word Nephilim anywhere in the KJV, King James version. So. And there's this other animals that could be part of cryptozoology as well that are not even found in the Bible. What about a Pegasus? Now, a Pegasus is a horse with wings. Okay? I don't think we'll find that. But yeah, it's part of Greek mythology. Yeah. And now some people will also look for well, that a pig with wings. First, that would be a Pegasus. Now, a Pegasus is a pig with wings, and that's another. Some people think about that too. A Pegasus, well, that's a pig with wings, but I don't think the Bible talks about that anyway. Plus, yeah, I don't. Like people think about that. I never saw a Pegasus or a Pegasus either. Now, what about griffins? Well, a griffin is half eagle, half lion. You see? I don't think those exist either, but you know. But there's something I'd like to talk about griffins as well. But anyway, and here's an article from Ensign Genesis. Okay, here's an article we can read from Ensign Genesis to learn more about cryptozoology and learn more about it. Monsters real, imagined, or unidentified. We can read about that too, so let's see. So, cryptozoology is the study of evidence intended by some to exist in unified animals. It often is regarded as a pseudoscience because it involves searching for cryptoids. Animals are reported as living or no confirmed existence. Among the list of cryptoids were known creatures such as the kraken, Nessie, Ogopogo, and Bigfoot. Do these creatures exist? How should Christians understand the cryptoids with the biblical worldview? Well, we can start with the kraken. Now, what is a kraken? I think krakens are real, but I think we need to learn what krakens are, first of all. Kraken is just a giant squid. Here's a picture of a kraken. You see, it's just a giant squid. And you know, it could be a giant squid or a colossal squid. That's what I believe a kraken is. So the kraken. Legends among ancient seafarers, a gigantic squid-like sea monster, vicious attacks and sinks ships. Story about this creature called a kraken seem to have begun on the 12th century Norway, and its accounts like found these 20,000 leagues under the sea in Moby Dick. The oldest stories describe creatures the size of an island and extremely fierce. As the years pass by, the story got the little tamer and the creature somewhat smaller. Even if the idea of massive squid-like creatures could be dismissed, and community laughed at the thought of such of the sea monster. However, the mid-19th century, dead or dying carcasses, giant squid have begun to wash up shores. mostly in Newfoundland, Canada, and New Zealand. As more bodies discovered, the scientific community's interest around studies again. Soon the existence of giant squid was well accepted. The largest scientifically documented giant squid was a female that included tentacles was 45 feet long. The giant squid is not the largest of the giant creatures though. An even larger creature, the colossal squid, swims in inky depths. While the documented colossal squid are not much bigger than a giant squid, some suspect they might reach much greater lengths. But they have not officially documented it. The myths have massive beaks, and the hard part of the squid, which we found in stomachs of sperm whales. Huge sucker marks and heads of sperm whales, and eyewitness accounts. This goes as far as that the colossal squid over 100 feet exists, but there's no scientific evidence of this. While the stories of the Kraken were surely greatly excited, but they are thought by many scientists previous decades could be fabrications until a giant squid were rediscovered and documented. While they have been no officially documented squid attacks on boats, stories do exist in the last century of boats being attacked by giant squid. And this many believe that perhaps legendary stories of Kraken are based in reality or simply exaggerated by stories of giant or colossal squid attacks. Now, the Loch Ness Monster. Here's a picture of a Loch Ness Monster. So, now the Loch Ness Monster, perhaps even more famous monster is a Kraken, this Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie. Supposed descendants of aquatic monster date for the 6th century until present day. The bulk of repeating since the Nessie mania began in 1933. The Loch Ness monsters are reported to live in Scottish Highlands Loch Ness, the largest lake by volume in the Big Kingdom. Evidence for this cryptoid exists in the form of reported sightings, disposable videos and photos, and mysterious readings of sonar reports. Some devices would claim that Nessie died a few years ago. Sightings declined directly through a 2003 sweep of lake produced of no explainable phenomena. Most Nessie athenienses, essentially the invented monster, the plesiosaur, are commonly believed to extinct. Well, okay, a few scientific accept Nessie's existence and claim evidence monster and the result of medication of aggregation over the imagination. Proposed animals that could be resulted as medication were massive eels, diving birds, otters, and seals. The great seal seems to be most likely explanation of several Nessie. Seeds are water, gray, and seals long snakes petals. See sooner do you subscribe on the monster. Now, champ. Well, those is not okay. Now let me see. I think this is what I call it. This is what I call a champ. Okay, so The champ is not as well known as a Nessie, North America of its own, Loch Ness Monster champ, and supposed to be inhabitant of Lake Champlain, greater about 300 recorded sightings. And sites dating back to Native American legends of the great sea creature, as well as a diary entry describes a strange creature Samuel de Champlain's creation of partly saw. Evidence for champ includes eyewitness reports, one famous photograph, one reading strange recreation, one dubious video. Like Arquitates, Jamp is considered as a community to be no more than a misapplication of a noble lake activity. Beavers, otters, diving birds, eels, like sturgeons, flying logs, infestation of been suggested as false explanations. Loch Ness Monster ideas claim that Nessie the GM could be a living plesiosaur, or maybe a Basisaurus, which would die when believed to be extinct. Now, next one is Ogopaco. Yeah, I think it's what the Ogopaco is this thing right here. That's what Ogopaco is. The Ogopaco, while the United States and Canada share a champ between them, Canada also has its own legendary sea monster, Ogopaco. Ogopaco is supposed to inhabit Lake Canada's westernmost province, British Columbia, has been described witness as 40 to 50, even higher as 80 foot long as a sea serpent. Ogopaco City has claimed that it could be a plesiosaurus long as a serpent-like whale. Reported sightings of Ogopaco stretch back to Canada's first nations, legends that Gatorades like spheres like monster and continue to the serpent. Scale of physical evidence exists. Go see various videos. The scientific community, Messy Champ, and simply looks like a setting up identifications of otters and floating logs. Now we got one more. Now we also got Bigfoot. Now, it's hard to know that too. About oh, that's a picture that but then that's another picture for Kraken. I'm looking for Bigfoot though. Here's a picture of Bigfoot. Now, well, first of all, what is Bigfoot anyway? And does Bigfoot have someone have to do with someone having big feet? First of all, well, I don't know. I don't know. I think of Bigfoot as some kind of creature with big feet. But, you know, a lot of people do have big feet. And I have, well, first of all, I'm tall and I have big feet too. My feet are size 12. My feet are shoe size 12. Because that's what shoes I wear, but I'm usually barefoot at home anyway. So. But I'm not, but my feet, well, are shoes size 12, but that's what shoes I wear, but I'm always barefoot at home, so. Now, what is Bigfoot? Now, what shoe size is Bigfoot? I don't know. Maybe a size 20, I guess. That's my guess. I could be wrong with that too, anyway, since that's what I believe. There's a lot of things I can do with my feet anyway. I can pick up a pencil up on the floor, and I have a desk right here, so. Now, I have my hands on my desk, but if you want, I could put my feet on my desk. Like this. Well, that's one foot, but there's the other one. But I can put both of them on my desk if I want to, so. And I can look at my toes if I want to, but this one is, yeah, and I know so that's my big feet, so. But, so that, now you saw my feet, but they're, I don't think my feet as big as Bigfoot, so. Yeah, I don't think my feet are as big as Bigfoot. I don't think so, but. And plus I can move my camera around too, so. And the reason why, well, because I'm at home and I'm always barefoot at home anyway, so. But I think it has something to do with Bigfoot, so. What kind of animal is Bigfoot anyway? Well, let's learn about that. So Bigfoot is a most famous cryptoids in North America. Bigfoot or Sasquatch. These creatures have said a population of large, hairy, bipedal primates that live in coniferous wilderness of the United States and Canada. They are brought to be range a height of 6.6 to 9.8 feet and weigh over 500 pounds. They were reported to be extremely muscular, capable of their hands, the twisted endings into Bigfoots, and some people believed normally after a good night, largely solitary and very shy. While a few scientific community give any credit existed of giant apes and dwelling North America forests, organizations of the Bigfoot Feed Research Organization insists that Bigfoot is real and living creature. And this group is run by volunteers on any claims and evidence for Bigfoot in the Bigfoot Field Research Organization. It says Bigfoot is a real living creature. This group run by volunteers named any claims, and there's a plenty evidence that for Bigfoot in the form of hair, stool, footprints, and of course sightings. The argue of sightings of Bigfoot historical phenomenon and dating the indigenous people of North America until present day. These reported sightings spreading across North America, and the majority occurring along the western coast. Well, I live in the western coast because I live in California. And this proves if Bigfoot is indeed real. It's a highly elusive creature. It is a type of ape. This is reported human-like appearance similar to where the gorillas look vaguely like humans. The gorilla-like presented a crest on the top of the skull and the dome appearance. The report of the close encounters with a Bigfoot are sometimes accompanied by the intense gigantic older silver stitched gorillas, the content of the sweet glads, and the fossil record supports existence of a gigantic orangutan-like creature called Gigantopithecus. Many Bigfoot enthusiasts claim that this Asian ape is not extinct, but just rare and now called Bigfoot. The only known fossil is Gigantopithecus, and considered jawbones of fossil evidence. And this skit provides little detail about the creature. All Gigantopithecus fossils are exclusive to Asia, but those who believe that Bigfoot giganto theory, that they migrated from Asia across the Bering Lake Bridge that would have was ice age over the flood and have in North America. Well, if you want to believe that Bigfoot from Asia, well, where in Asia, first of all? Like, isn't East Asia well, now I'm not going to say India, but what about, do you think Bigfoot's probably from China and then came all the way to the United States? And also probably go to Canada as well, maybe. But I don't know if China even knows. Even if I don't know if Chinese people don't even know. I don't know if Chinese people even know what Bigfoot is either. But that's key reading. So most scientists chalk Bigfoot sightings of the domestication because the hype of simply hoaxes of sensationalists. Does it seem unlikely that such a large creature could have remained as so elusive or have been over the last 50 years trying to prove its existence, but ultimately, if hard, whatever evidence of Bigfoot were ever produced, and would have a problem for the biblical worldview? Of course not. Bigfoot, like any other animal, would have just been an example of a unique creature as well, designed for its environment. Now, the biblical view of cryptoids. Though finding a creature alive today, bringing us through to be extinct is not unusual. E.g., the coelacanth, while a big surprise for evolutionists, is no shock for those survivors' account in history. For example, it's evidence to show that Nessie and Champ were living plesiosaurs. The evolutionary community of astounded because of the got extinct with the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. The creationist community, however, really supposed that, but not when lots explained that is in the Bible, that teaches the plesiosaurs were created on day 6 of the creation week just 6,000 years ago, and likely died out sometime after the flood 4,300 years ago. In fact, there's much evidence of varieties that are found in the world that indicates humans that with these creatures after the flood, an idea completely consistent in the biblical worldview. Many people finding real-life dinosaur or marine pterodactyl like plesiosaur would have would probably nail a coffin of evolution. This is simply not true. Evolutionists would think incredible anticipated discovery, but evolutionary model is playable, and that the model of what I've been putting would be modeled with this few evidence. This happened in 1994, and supposedly 150 million year old Walney pine tree was discovered alive and well in Australia. The discovery of likely by the discoverer of finding a living dinosaur even quite as sensational, and yet the evolutionary model was simply reshaped and included this new data while defied evolutionary predictions. This is unlikely This is unlikely that any of these cryptoids are real, but it is fun to explain and imagine what would happen if these giant ape and serpent-like creatures were really discovered alive today. And since this discovery would make surprise to the evolution community, but we're not shock creationists, these creatures would have been showcased to the glory of God's creation. And the incredible capacity he has built into everything that he has made. Now, I don't know if these are all evidences of the cryptozoology that the Bible is talking about, but we can believe other things. I believe the Bible, and all shouldn't get saved according to the Bible. So to me, I believe cryptozoology. I think it's something that proves the Bible. Okay, and I'll talk about some other things, but that's how to get saved. So point of evolution is to damn souls to hell. And when you go to heaven is to believe on Lord Jesus Christ. Salvation is by faith alone, and grace alone, and Jesus Christ alone. And once you get saved, by easy believism is the truth. Meaning you can't lose your salvation. When you say easy says salvation is easy, when you really just believe in Jesus Christ for salvation. Now, I want to show you something. So I'll talk about next video. Well, I'll talk about zombies and then vampires, and then I'll talk about sea monsters after that. So that's what we'll be talking about in the next few videos. But yeah, I'll be talking about next video is what's about zombies. Okay, that's what we'll talk about next video, and then I'll talk about vampires after, and then sea monsters after that. Okay, that's what we're talking about after. And we have to go right now. So thank you for watching this video. Bye.